Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Friday, the 25th of August, 2023. My first day back of a 6-day streaming week, finally, after 2 really weird weeks, one being super long and one being super short. We're back to a normal length week, although it is anything but normal because this week we have a lot of special stuff, including a brand new release that I played today, a special anniversary marathon tomorrow. Great stuff coming up. So let's talk about today, my first day back. First of all, on the Level 1 podcast, we had absolutely tons to talk about, including the Phil's Day Off segment, discussing what I did yesterday, also gaming news, and all kinds of fun updates regarding tomorrow's marathon. If you're interested in the anniversary event tomorrow, tons of knowledge, including 4 different kinds of liquor I'm going to have, food, all kinds of fun festivities. I hope you will join me tomorrow for that. But if you want the full skinny on it, check out the podcast from this morning. After the podcast, we started with Armored Core 6. Now, I had absolutely no idea what to expect from this game. I had never played an Armored Core game before. I haven't played a mecha combat game in ages. Started off, and within the first half hour, you're at the end of the tutorial mission, and the first boss shows up, and it is a doozy. It is incredibly difficult because you don't really have a handle for the game's controls yet, and this boss is shooting you with 3 different kinds of weapons: a machine gun, homing missiles, and slow kind of giant damaging missiles. And since you don't really understand the maneuverability of your mech yet, it's tough to learn. You have to learn it on the fly. So if anything, that's the one segment of the game that's like Dark Souls. Figure it out. But once you beat that first boss, which is challenging, and you get to the ability to start customizing your mech, both visually and, parts wise, and then you start into the real meat of the game with all the missions and stuff, it gets really fun. These missions are very digestible and short, only about 10 minutes long each. Some of them are challenging, but they're not overly challenging. As long as you get used to the control scheme of controlling a mech, it's not that hard at all, in my opinion. And this game has fair checkpoints, meaning if you're in the middle of a mission and you die near the end, usually they're going to give you a checkpoint about halfway through the mission, so you don't have to redo the first half, which is exactly what you want from a modern game. So it looks like FromSoft actually kind of learned, or at least decided they didn't want you to have to trudge through the entire level from the start like you had to do in a previous FromSoft, Soulsborne game. Anyway, I liked it. 3 hours. I was having fun. I fought multiple bosses. Some of them were tougher, but I beat them. I kept changing my loadouts and customizations. By the end of the stream, I had totally upgraded my legs to now be like a hoverbot that could fly around, mostly maneuvering and shooting. It's really fun once you get into the customization of the mechs. So I liked it, but the audience was split. Half the audience was like, wow, this is something different and refreshing and something Phil normally wouldn't play. Great. And others were like, wow, this game is nothing like a FromSoft game that we expected. It sucks. I don't really know what to say to that. Keep in mind, this is a game that originally I was not going to play, and it was donated by a viewer, and you guys campaigned to see me play it, so I'm playing it, and then half the people are like, oh, it sucks. It's like, wow. Then why'd you ask for it? I don't know. I mean, I had a good time. Support was decent. It wasn't, oh my God, bowling me over, but it was a decent support stream, and, we had good viewership. Overall, I enjoyed it. I'm actually looking forward to my next stream of it. Now, for what I'm going to understand, there is kind of a difficulty spike or check coming up, likely in the next stream. But, par for the course for a FromSoft game. If it's anything like the first boss, I think I'll adapt and probably beat it and continue on. And, how this game continues, if you want to see it continue to be a daytime stream game or maybe later on a night stream game, that could be arranged. I guess we'll have to talk about that. But I am doing a second stream of it coming this Tuesday, daytime stream, okay? Then tonight's late night stream was Friday Night Fights on DSPGaming, featuring Street Fighter 6 and Honda in ranked gameplay. Was it annoying? Of course it was. At this point, most people who are around that, 4 to 5 star diamond level have all mastered the online pattern with a top tier character. It's rare to see someone who's not using one of the top 5 to 8 characters in the game, even though the game has, more than triple that or about double that. How many characters? 18? You never see half of the cast. I haven't seen a Guile in ages. I really haven't. Chun-Li you rarely see. There's certain characters that almost never get played in this game, but you always see 14 Kens every night because that's how people are. They're easy mode bullshit, and they want to get their easy wins. It's all the same. Since I'm playing mid-tier characters in Honda and Blanca, I don't have the advantages of these other people playing, so I'm going to lose. And I've kind of accepted that. Like tonight, was I annoyed whenever a top-tier character spammed a pattern, guessed correctly, got lucky, trapped me in the corner, and guessed 4 times correctly? Yeah, you get annoyed, but At this point, is it really worth getting so upset about? Is it really worth screaming at the top of my lungs, punching my joystick like I did with Blanca the other night? It's really not. Tonight, I had critical matches. One time, I got a guy in the corner, and someone says to me in the chat, no level 3? No, of course I did it. Of course I did the level 3 combo. Didn't give it to me. But I'm not going to sit here and whine about it all night. I'm just going to say, well, it dropped it. Oh, well. On to the next round. Do my best to win again. So, hopefully you enjoy. I did overall win more than I lost. I did gain a good amount of points tonight. So it wasn't like this was a significant waste of time or anything like that. But I'm only about halfway to 4-star diamond. I get the feeling the going will now be rough. Whenever I play, everyone is hovering around that 4-star to 5-star level, who kind of sucks, but they play the safe pattern. And until you get to master, you're just going to have to put up with that online spammy bullshit. People getting lucky and lag, and there's nothing you can do about it. So I made progress. People were nice. Good support tonight for the stream. Appreciated that. All in all, great job. Great day. Tomorrow, this is it, folks. The big one. Tomorrow, Saturday, August 26th, is my 15th anniversary party. So here's how it goes down. 10:45 a.m. Pacific time here on DSP Gaming. We're going to do a level 1 podcast. But then we're swapping over to DSP Reacts for the rest of the day. There's going to be an intro segment of about an hour, me going down memory lane and talking about my history of how I became a YouTuber, the early days, what it was like, how I adapted to turn it into my full-time job, how I adapted from going from, casualized gameplay to more serious gameplay with direct capture, live streaming, how I changed my attitude completely in 2017, and basically the history of me as a YouTuber in the last 15 years. Then we're going to have a giant retrospective. We're going to be watching the clips you have nominated right here on this channel, members first, then open nominations from viewers. It's going to be a great time seeing what clips you guys have nominated. I'm excited for this. I hope that you are too. And, the other fun thing, booze. I have 4 different kinds of hard liquor that I'll be drinking over the course of the day. I talked about that on the podcast. Give that a look. But that'll be happening. Food. My wife is making a giant spread of awesome barbecue-style food. It's going to be a great day overall of us relaxing, having a good time, chilling. No pressure to do anything. Just we can interact as long as we want. Drink, be merry, as they say, and reminisce about 15 years of awesome content that I put out there. It's going to be a good one. Even if you're someone who normally doesn't come to a stream, even if you're someone who can only stop by for 30 seconds, do so and say hello. I want to see as many people as I can. I hope that I'm going to see people come out of the woodwork who I haven't seen in years just to say hello. That would be so nice to celebrate my anniversary here before we move on to the busy gaming season. So if you can, please stop by. Thanks in advance to anyone who does. All right? Great day coming tomorrow. Of course, we're back to regular stuff Sunday, Monday, but I'm very excited for tomorrow. Okay, guys? Thank you all. Have a good night. Be safe. See you all in the morning for the Level 1 podcast, and then for the 15th anniversary party over on DSP Reacts. Have a good night, everyone. See you then. Peace out.